Yowza, yowza, yowza. Another week over, another week done as the train pulls into that first Friday in June. Of course, the inescapable news this week, even though there's wars and banana crops are failing all over the world, the former Speaker of the House accused of doing young boys while he was a wrestling coach, and ISIS beheading women, children, and men to the tune of about $100 a day. But the lead story everywhere, including ESPN, call me Caitlyn. Bruce Jenner has become a woman. So, just wondering, how has that changed your life? But, Wiggy, it's an abomination to God. Really? Well, then let God take care of it. Surely the creator of the universe can handle a simple sex change without your help. I mean, really, Wiggy, it's a sign of the end of times. Well, if that's the case, why aren't you happy? It means the return of the little baby Jesus. He's in the heaven-mobile right now, driving his way here to take you up into heaven. Isn't that what you want? I mean, really, calm down. Yes, that is calm with an L. It doesn't matter. Wipe the foam off your mouth and move on. The one thing about this whole sex change thing I find fascinating is the fact that according to the PGA, Caitlyn cannot use Bruce Jenner's handicap. No, she's got to start right from the beginning. And think about it. Talk about horror. How many times have you spent what you thought would be a few minutes at DMV trying to get something simple changed on your driver's license? How long will Caitlyn have to be in line, and how many lines will she have to go through to say, I'm not Bruce Jenner anymore? I'm telling you, a simple task can turn into hours. But Wiggy, it isn't right. Well, you know what? I can think of 20 things in any given day that ain't right, and it affects me. Worry about the stuff that really affects you and work on that. If your religious panties are in such a big wad over this stuff, go back, read your mythology, and look at the words of little baby Jesus. In many Bibles, they're in red. Treat everybody the way you want to be treated. Seriously, look it up. You know what bothered me more this week? Remember so many sporting events? The NBA salutes America's heroes. The NFL salutes America's troops. You know what? That was not the NBA and the NFL and the different sporting operations saluting the troops. The Defense Department handed out $7 million to get our sports teams to salute the troops. $7 million while they're cutting veterans' benefits everywhere else. It's astounding. That, to me, is much more of a sign that we're going to hell in a handcart when you have to be paid to salute your heroes. The New England Patriots alone took $700,000 and they put it in their pocket. Nowhere, at least from my research, have I heard of any sporting operation saying, you know what, we already make more money than God. Let's just take this money and give it to veterans charities in our cities. No, that did not happen. Whew. As president, I would demand that all the teams give back the money with interest, and then we'll give it toward the troops, because the government, they find ways to cut veterans' benefits, and that just ain't right. There is one thing I do know. We are looking at the first Friday in June. Oh, yes, and this weekend is supposed to be just a ding-dong-dandy one, so what do you say we get to it? Put all of this stuff in the back burner, because it doesn't mean a tinker's dam, and I don't even know what a tinker's dam is, but I'm sure it isn't too much. Let's get to pigging out, porking out, and freaking out. Some of us don't even have weekends off because they've shipped all of our jobs overseas, and we've got to take retail jobs, and retail people work 7 days a week, and that just ain't right either. But nonetheless, it is a weekend. And if you have a weekend or even a day off, give it all the gusto you got. Pigging out, porking out, freaking out. For this, the first weekend in June is here. And you've Giata, gotta, Wig out.